This is another one of those small movies I'd never even heard about, but then I saw the poster and wanted to watch the movie. Also the fact that the King Beyond the Wall, Mance Rayder and Carla Gugino is in this did help. The name Sebastian Gutierrez did sound familiar too, but I couldn't figure out why. So I went through his other movies and realized that Carla Gugino is in every one of them. Apparently they've been married for 22 years. Not a bad run in Hollywood. Not that that really has anything to do with this movie, which is a bit of an odd one. But it's not as odd as it seems, because it does start off kinda strange. It has this almost dreamlike feel to it, and everyone behaves a bit weird. Oh, and it's about this beautiful young woman who just married this old rich guy. And they arrive at the house and some strange things start to happen. But as I said, it turns out it's not really as strange as it might seem. It does make sense. In a weird, twisted sort of way. But it starts off feeling almost like one of those artsy-fartsy movies. Movies that look great but don't really make much sense and don't really have a coherent plot. But then this turns out to be a pretty straightforward sci-fi thriller. It genuinely felt like an extended episode of Black Mirror. That's the kind of vibe I was getting, but mix that with some elements of Ex Machina. Like the big fancy house and the rich billionaire guy and a young woman. And sprinkle in some of the weirdness and visuals of Under the Skin. And you've got a pretty good picture of what this movie is like without even seeing it. It's definitely not gonna be for everyone, but I enjoyed it a fair bit. And I gotta say, on a technical level, this thing is a real treat. First of all, it looks stunning. It's a gorgeous movie. The cinematographer did a great job with the visuals. And Sebastian Gutierrez knows how to compose a shot. And I like the editing too, it was really good. Nothing wrong with the acting either, there's only like 5 characters, but they're all great. The old guy is intense and really dynamic, and Abbey Lee as Elizabeth shows some range too. Carla Gugino is really solid, but one of the less interesting characters. And Matthew Beer is great, his character actually turns out to be one of the more interesting ones. The story though, it definitely works, and as I said, it does make sense, but at the same time I didn't love it. Ultimately, I'm just not sure what the point was. It throws around a lot of concepts and ideas, but it doesn't seem to focus in on any one of them. I feel like it doesn't really commit to any particular message. So at the end of the day, I'm not really sure what it was actually trying to say. Like in that respect, I think Ex Machina is a great example. It knew exactly what it wanted to say, and it said a lot. It actually committed to many ideas, not just one. But this one didn't. It seemed to be more concerned with the actual plot than the philosophy or the message. Which did make it entertaining and interesting, but when the credits rolled, I didn't keep thinking about it. And I guess my point is that it's a bit of a shame because the ingredients are there. You could say something and raise some interesting points with a movie like this. But still, it's definitely not a bad movie and I enjoyed it a fair bit. I had a good time with it and it does look genuinely stunning. And it's one of the more memorable concepts in recent years and it's well executed too. I don't think I'll forget about this anytime soon. Unfortunately, I won't be dissecting the ideas either. Then again, does every movie need to be a thesis in philosophy? No, of course not, but this one in particular was a prime candidate. But would I recommend it? Yeah, it's a pretty unique movie for sure, and well made too. So maybe check it out, maybe don't. I'm not your dad.